What's good, crew? Y'all here with the Mott Ball, Motley, aka the Wolf, and I'm here with TrenchTalk TV. Let's go.
Let's go! She want me to save her, but I cannot save her. She want me to save her, but I cannot save her.
Alright, man, we're here with another episode of Trench Talk. We got that boy Motley in the building. How you feeling, my brother?
Feeling godly, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Feeling magnificent.
How's life treating you, bro?
Man, life is good. Life is great, bro. Any day above the ground is a great day, brother.
I love to hear it. So, we know you for your new single, Savior, just dropped yesterday. Congratulations on, dropping your new single.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Most deaf. So, before we get into that, because I know a lot of people be waiting to hear what you got going on. We're going to get in there a little later. We're going to make them wait. So, let's talk a little bit about who you are just as a person. So, give the people like a little background on, just who Motley is. So, the ones that don't know, they can get to know.
What's good, y'all? I'm Motley. My real name is Carl. I'm from San Jose, California, but I did most of my growing up in Mississippi. I'm stationed in Kentucky, and I love making music. I love going hard for y'all. I love being a father. I'm a father to a little girl. Her name's Oakland, and this is what I go hard for.
So, how does it feel being from where you're from and, going to Kentucky? Like, what's the transition been like?
Man, transitioning from somewhere that you've been your whole life, because I lived in Mississippi like from the time I was 5 all the way up until I was 26. You know what I'm saying? And never seen anything outside of them walls or outside of that water. So the transition is very different, but change is good. Being uncomfortable is good. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable to get comfortable. Don't let it go over your head.
Ooh.
But yeah,
that's some talk right there. Because a lot of people they get comfortable, where they're familiar from. They're scared to get outside that box and try something different.
Venture out because they think they might not make it somewhere else.
Right.
Yep.
So how do you yourself how did you yourself get to that point where, you didn't mind getting outside that box and trying something new? Like, how did you think like, oh, I'm gonna try this and know it was gonna work, or was it like just a leap of faith?
It was a leap of faith. I literally took a chance. I took a chance on myself. I took a chance on my brother, and went out there and we did what we needed to do, became successful, and it's just been working for us ever since.
So, seeing that transition, seeing what has happened from, working consistently, the thing is, it takes some work to, see it pay off.
Oh yeah.
How long have you been doing, your music and your rap career?
Well, I got interested in music shortly after my dad passed away. He passed away when I was 10 years old to liver cirrhosis. So I was probably like around the third grade, fourth grade era, and like my whole middle school, I was a real angry child. Like I was real angry because I just didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like why God would do that to me, and I was so young. And I used to my thoughts used to just drive me crazy. So I remember one summer I went to this anger management camp for kids, and they taught me how to write my problems down and write things down that I will be thinking, or things of that nature, because maybe I didn't want to open up to somebody about it, or maybe I didn't know how to. So writing it down was always a therapy. So once I started doing that, it started off as just thoughts, you know what I'm saying? And then from thoughts to poems, and then from poems they grew to full-blown songs, and yeah, that's where it originated from. So I'd say I started writing around the time I was 10, 11, but I didn't start like taking music like serious until I got into high school. So that was my ninth grade year.
You're how old now?
27.
So starting from ninth grade, being the age that you are now, what kind of transition have you seen like happen from being a kid in high school to being a grown man still having the same passion?
Man, like the love for the music, it just grew, you know, like from the time I was a kid, because I've always loved music. I always loved sounds for as long as I could remember, you know, and like I used to, like I said, I grew up on 80s, 90s rock, you know what I'm saying, and my dad's favorite artist was Tupac, you know, so we listened to a lot of that. It's like all we listened to in the car, you know. So yeah, it came from that and just blossomed into what it is now.
So who like kind of inspired you coming up musically wise that you still listen to this day, past and old?
I would say past, if we're going back that old, it'd be Tupac.
I mean, you ain't that old, my boy.
It'd be Tupac, but like, but that's what I'm saying though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the spark came from, because I remember riding to Texas one time with my dad in the car, my auntie was in the car, my mom was in the car, and I would know how to rap the songs like I wrote them myself, and I was such a young age, you know, and I remember my auntie like spanking my hand because I was rapping the Tupac verse, and I said something I wasn't supposed to say. And I remember my daddy reaching back, and he was like, "Don't hit my son." He said, "That's a talent right there." I didn't know what he was talking about then. You know what I'm saying? He said, "That's a talent right there. The way he can put them words together and recite them words back." Cause my daddy, he couldn't sing a song right for nothing. He made his own words every time. You know what I'm saying? So
He didn't know the beat. He just
preach it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So yeah, that's where that came from, man. That's where that came from.
So,
But like artists that influence me like today, and artists that I like look up to, you know what I'm saying, and have looked up to in like the past 10, 15 years.
like current
You know,
now.
Lil Wayne, Kanye West, Future, Travis Scott, Lil Durk. I remember Durk's first tape, "I'm Still a Hitter." You know what I'm saying? Like, way back. I was probably in middle school when he dropped that, like 8th grade.
How many songs do you recall that you can kind of remember from like Wayne, like Dirt, from them eras that, you know what I'm saying, people wasn't really like listening to them on the levels that they are now? Like, was you like really a fan, or was you
I
just
was
kind
a
of
fan,
like,
bro.
out of all them, like who could you say like I know them like word for word type?
Man.
Like who could you say like if you put them on like past almost new, like who could you say I know them like about word for word, bro?
Motley. Yeah, Motley.
Oh yeah,
That's my answer.
I feel that. So what's something about Motley that people don't know that they should know? Because it's a lot of people that's gonna be watching this. They probably ain't heard of you, that don't know who he is. What's something that they really need to know about you?
I say, I don't know, cause I mean I don't hide nothing. So you know, how you get it is how you get it. Like, he's a rager. You just come to one of his shows and find out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you come to one of those shows and you'll find out.
What's one of your craziest shows you've had so far? Like, where was it and what was it like?
Shout out to Troops. Yeah, Alabama always show me love. Shout out to Mobile, Alabama. I love going to Alabama. I love Troops. I love the energy. I love the people. Shout out to Waka, you know, for having me on the ticket. Shout out to Splash Light Booking, Dollar Day. You know, it was insane. It was wild, wall to wall, just fucking haywire. Crazy.
You said you was with Waka?
Yeah, sure.
What is it like being with Waka, bro? Waka got like some of the craziest energy out of anybody.
Yeah, bro. You have to see it for yourself, bro. Like you really have to see it for yourself. Bro is larger than life.
For real. I
Like,
know he like when you say larger than life.
bro,
I know he
like-
I know he tall as
Bro,
motherfucker.
no,
but
bro is larger than life. I mean that
Yeah.
in every way. He's
bro,
still
like,
Waka,
way
bro.
Back in the day, bro.
He's
like,
still Waka, bro.
he still can make.
You know what
he
I'm
can
saying?
still he can
Like,
still make the club shake. What you saying?
Yes.
when he say he a wild boy, bro, he's a wild boy, bro. Like, for real. You have to see it for yourself. You have to experience it for yourself.
So on a scale of like 1 to infinity, where would you put Waka's like performance skills?
Infinity. Infinity.
Because a lot of
bro.
people like when you know what I'm saying,
Infinity,
when
bro.
you drop one song, bro, or drop a couple songs and people don't like really hear it from you like on
Nah,
the
bro,
mainstream
bro
level,
is really-
they feel like you ain't got it no more.
Bro is really great at giving it to the people, you know what I'm saying? And like, it's just like, I don't know, I've never seen it done like that. I've seen it done a bunch of different ways, but I have never seen it done like that. And just the fact that I was able to experience that was amazing. Because I definitely pulled from it.
Is that one of the like your main like favorite people to open for and work with, or is it somebody that
I would say
tops
that
Waka?
I would say that I've worked with, that I've been on the show with, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And who's next to Waka, you think?
BPace. That's my brother.
Shout
So-
out that boy BPace.
Shout out to my brother Pace.
What's it like being on stage and just not just stage wise, but you know, knowing and working with BPace?
Well, bro, like, music, this goes past music, bro. Like, a lot of people don't know me and Pace. Like, we were skateboarding together back when we were fucking kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, the fact that we're both able to live our dreams and then we get to live our dreams, like, side by side, like, that shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because we've known each other for a very long time, you know, and I know his, you know what I'm saying, his journey. He's watched my journey, you know what I'm saying? And circle of life, bro, brought us right back to the center, you know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing. It's amazing. It's amazing for sure.
That's sweet, bro. So coming up, making your music debut, like what was that defining moment that really made you feel like, you know, I'm headed in the right direction?
When I recorded my album, What Is Love, it's available on all streaming platforms. I should go check that out. Yeah, that came, I recorded that album shortly after my, well, not even shortly, I ain't even gonna say shortly. Cause I recorded it, I was like really, really fast. It was a long process. It took me like 6-7 months to record and fully develop, you know, each and every song and put it together the way it was put together. Shout out to Dollar for helping me put it together during our listening session. But it's a whole story, you know what I'm saying? But I dedicated that album to one of my childhood friends who killed himself not too long, a couple summers ago. He shot himself in the head, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm big on, you know, depression and suicide and things of that nature. You know, those are subjects and topics, you know, that are like the hardest to tap into because you really have to go where they took you, you know what I'm saying? But somebody's got to do it, and it's necessary. So if it has to be me, then it has to be me.
The mental health is like really real, bro. I feel like it's something that's really swept under the rug. You feel me? A lot of people don't get the recognition and the attention that they need to get through those times and moments, and especially being black, not just being black but being a human being. You go through stuff and you don't have the right guidance. You don't know the right people to talk to. You feel like your trust factor is fucked up in a lot of cases. So how do you kind of get through those moments when times get tough? I know you turn to music and things like that, but not everybody listens to music. So what are some ways that you can kind of assist the people that can kind of help them get through those tougher times?
Everybody has a thing, and whatever that thing is that you do to release, then you should do that. And mine outside of music, mine outside of work would be to pray, to meditate, prayer. So, yeah.
I respect that. Coming up as a youngin', a lot of people don't have the direction to know where to start. They just kind of hop into it and just feel like they're gonna blow up, and a lot of people don't get to that point. What's something that you can kind of tell those youngins coming up into the music game, or just some tips that you can kind of give them so they don't get overwhelmed just in case that they don't happen to make it?
Just never give up. Like, never give up on yourself. Like, cause a lot of people are dope. A lot of sounds are dope. You know what I'm saying? I know this kid, he probably like 14, 15 now, maybe 16. He goes by Numb J. Shout out to Numb J. I've known him since he was like 12. I met him in the gas station one time. I was playing my music on my phone. My first little mixtape that I ever dropped. I was playing it on my phone. And he was like, "That's you?" I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And I gave him a card, and it had my album cover on it and my contact information, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff on it. And from there, he just became like a super, you know what I'm saying, super supporter of mine. And through that, as he got older, he started making music himself. It's like, yeah, like, this is dope, And I always tell him, you know what I'm saying, just keep doing what you're doing, bro, because I believe in it. I believe in you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just never give up. Never give up. What's good, baby?
What's up, baby?
Yes, sir.
All right, man, we back. We had a special guest walk in the building. That boy, I'm gonna let him introduce who he is sitting in the back, my boy.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's BPace, you know what I'm saying? Just walked in with my dog Motley, you know what I'm saying? We just went crazy at the show that night. So yeah, we just
Crazy.
Shit was hard.
We was up in here talking about it. Said that y'all had performed with Waka, and he had like mentioned your name like as one of the like better people that he done got on stage with and just performed overall with. So what is it like performing, not just with bigger names, but somebody like Motley, coming up in the game?
Shit crazy, man. I remember my boy Motley was a young nigga, man. I was a young nigga too, man. It's just like really shit started from like dirt, started from nothing type shit. And then bro stayed with it. Like in this game, it's like all you gotta do is stay with it, and this nigga stayed with it. And see him going crazy, I was like, oh shit, like, 'cause that was the first time we, locked in like that on stage and shit. And we got a song about to come out with the video, so it's like
State to state.
shit just growth. This nigga done grown to like a complete full artist. Like I remember niggas was in my ciphers and shit, you feel me? We used to do ciphers and
Bro, we talking about that shit earlier, bro.
yeah, bro,
I
like,
touched on that earlier.
yeah, that shit crazy, but we here now type shit, so
Real.
Like-
Shit go way past music. Like, it should go
Facts.
back to when we was kids.
Real
Real.
talk. Skating and
Skateboarding
shit.
on the block.
real deal skating.
Yeah, he said y'all was skateboarding back in the
Oh,
day.
God. I used to look at that nigga, oh, this is a nigga like a Lil Wiz Khalifa. This nigga been had the image, been had the sauce, so like, shit crazy.
So it's being able to kind of like recognize when somebody, not only has an image, but is able to stay consistent and be more than what kind of like they would see themselves as a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
How was you able to kind of like see that, not just from him
Yeah.
being your friend and being biased? How was you able to see that?
Shit, when he found his sound, I seen like he went to that like the rock shop, like it's perfect, like bro got the image right, goddamn. I mean, his image was already hard, but it's like he went there, like you feel me, even from the music to the swag to the cadence of his shit. Like I even just seen him yesterday, I was like, yeah, bro, locked in. Like when I was looking at the footage, I was like, bro, dead ass serious. Like the nigga want that shit, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is, bro. Niggas just gotta want that shit, and bro really want that shit. So
Nah, that's something that we was kind of like, talking about earlier. So like Motley, having somebody like BPace seeing that and recognizing that in you, was that something that kind of like motivated you and inspired you to like keep going and keep pushing?
Hell yeah, for sure. Cause like you said, bro, like this shit go back to like when we was doing ciphers and shit. Like, and I used to freeze every time I get in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? On some shit. Like I have some shit wrote out. You know what I'm saying? Some pre-planned shit, and I just try to go with something else last minute and just like, you know what I'm saying? Just completely blank out. You feel me? But like you said, you know what I'm saying? It's all about sticking with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't let one, you know what I'm saying, failure that I had, you know what I'm saying, just let me say fuck it and just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you don't know success until you fail. You feel me? So it's like you gotta fail. You're gonna fail sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get to that next level or get to that next thing. You know what I'm saying? And just like I said, like just to see where bruh has elevated, you know what I'm saying, and come from, and just to see me do the same thing, but life brought us all the way back, you know what I'm saying, like full circle. It's just beautiful, bro. It's
Nah,
beautiful.
y'all are friends, so it's easy to
Man,
tell
that's
you.
my brother, bro.
oh God.
Yeah,
Like
you-
we don't do friends.
Right.
Yeah.
We ain't
God.
friends. We don't
So-
do friends.
a lot of times, coming into the game, you got those people that's beside you. They gonna tell you that you good, and they gonna tell you that you hard, and but they don't really know what kind of direction to lead you in. They just can tell you that your music good, or they can tell you that whatever it is that you're doing is good. Like what's some things that you can kind of like tell people to do when it comes to like networking and getting outside of that circle of like those biased opinions just because they're your friends.
Which one?
You asking me? Or you?
That's for either one of y'all.
Shit, you gotta elaborate on it first, brother. I'll go.
Shit, I mean, just stepping out of that comfort zone, like really, your friends gonna, like they say, the hood make you famous, but like the white folks make you rich. So you know what I'm saying. So like, so it's like when you networking, it's always good to gain new people in, cause they gonna see what you got going on, and that's another person that believe in it. If they fuck with it, they gonna tell this person, and they gonna tell that person. So it's like
Word of mouth.
you know what I mean? It's a crazy effect going into that, and then your people already down with you. Cause at first, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes like a lot of people that be right with you might not believe, and then when you show them like the consistency, then they be like, oh shit, like that's when all the opportunities really start coming. Cause then they like, oh well, I got this realtor, he's an investor, and and you know what I'm saying? Like people be watching, they just want to see you like stick with it, and shit, when you stick with it, it's like endless possibilities to it. You know what I'm saying?
What's your take, Motley?
You just gotta, like you said, stick with it, bro. Like, keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't wanna have no doubts in this shit. You don't wanna have no doubts in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, because even if you have like a little bit of doubt, you know what I'm saying, that slowly grows into bigger doubt. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, you might stop, or you might slow down, or you might just start doing something else. You know what I'm saying? But this is what your heart wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, or this is where your mind is really at. You feel me? So, yeah, bro, just stick with it. Stick with the craft and believe in yourself. And like I said, like I touched on earlier, just never give up. For real.
Thanks. What can they be looking forward to you in the future?
Shit, we got a record coming out called State to State. That shit gonna be everywhere. The video gonna be super crazy. So, yeah, y'all heard it here first on TrenchTalk TV.
Yes, sir. And one more thing, you
TrenchTalk.
just that Savior video. Your boy BPace shot that. Like, how was that, bro? Like, did y'all? What was the scenes and the set like? Bringing
Man,
all
that
that
shit was
together.
crazy as
Yeah.
fuck. Nigga, you flying from like Germany or some shit?
Literally.
Damn,
Literally
that's
came from
crazy.
out the country.
Man, nigga came from out the country to shoot this video for me, bro. So like I said,
That's how you
bro,
know that's
like,
love, bro.
that-
Yeah.
Come out the
like
country,
I
bro.
said, bro, this ain't no friend, bro.
Yeah.
Your friend ain't
Real
gonna do
talk.
that for you, bro. You
Real
know what I'm
talk.
saying? Your brother gonna do that for you,
Oh,
though.
God.
You feel me? So
It was crazy because we had some scheduling issues, and then like
For
I
sure,
just
for
knew
sure.
like that shit had to get done. You know what I'm
and
saying?
he made it happen
Oh,
for
God.
sure, and it's
Bro,
out.
that bitch.
So y'all make sure y'all go stream that
Crazy.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I just dropped it, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Where can they go find that at?
YouTube,
YouTube for
yeah,
sure.
and everywhere else. If you want to stream it, just the song, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Deezer.
Easy.
You feel me? Just anywhere, all streaming platforms for sure.
That's love, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all stopping in and having a conversation with us. Is there
Yes,
anything
sir.
that y'all want to say, leave with the people?
Shit, we appreciate y'all supporting us.
Mhm.
Like I said, we down here with TrenchTalk TV. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And we going state to state with these shows, so y'all be on the lookout for that shit. We
Yes,
going
sir.
crazy. And I'm gonna let my boy take over.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Girl, I ain't no savior. I can't be a savior. Girl, I ain't no savior. I can't be a savior. She want me to save her, but I cannot save her. She want me to save her.